Hello YouTube and welcome to the Miniature Construction Company. Today's video is going to be converting this truck to run on these 18650 batteries using a little holder I've bought off eBay for a couple of quid. Now I'm doing this because once again this little battery pack has pretty much give up the ghost. Similar thing happened on the gas, it's happened on this as well. The run time has been reduced to a couple of minutes. After that the truck will no longer perform, so I wasn't really able, or haven't been so far able, to produce any decent videos for it. So that's going to be the subject of today's video, is to try and get that to fit in there. So bear with me. Let's take the cab off first. Okay, to remove the cab on this truck, you have to remove the two screws here and here that hold the bumper on, and then on the sides, I don't know if you can see there, there's two screws that actually hold the back of the cab on. These have got to come out, and then you can sort of lift the whole thing off. It's still attached by the wires to the headlights, but that's no problem. Now I'm hoping, with a bit of luck, if I cut some plastic away, that battery holder will pretty much fit snugly in there. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get the soldering iron out, and we're just going to melt a little channel in the top so this will fit snugly in. If it does, superb. It's a nice easy job this, so bear with me. Okay, just to show you how far I've got with the existing battery tray, I've just cut or melted a slot out in both sides to accept the battery holder, which fits in there. I shall put some carpet tape on the bottom of it to stick it in. I've cut a little slot in the end to accept, or a place I can put the power wires through. And also, while I've got my soldering iron out, I've soldered the appropriate connector on this battery pack. I did have a little issue with this battery pack, which made me scratch my head for a little while, wondering why it didn't work. One of the wires wasn't soldered on from the factory, so I've just had to make a little bit of a repair there, but it fits quite neatly on. Like I say, I'll get some carpet tape in a minute and stick it down. Now, one other little tip, one little soldering iron tip I've got is, if you melt or burn a little mark on your wife's kitchen table, take the time to repair her standard lamp that she melted in the George Foreman, and that will probably negate any issues you might have with the mark on the table later on. It's well worth, while we're talking about soldering, get some heat shrink. This stuff is invaluable when you're repairing electrical joints, etc. It really is so much easier to use than electrical tape, and a lot safer. So what we'll do now, like I say, I'll get a little bit of double-sided carpet tape, stick that down, put the cab on, make sure it fits. Well, it does fit, I've just tried it, and have a look at the finish. Okay, it's been stuck down with the carpet tape. This stuff again is invaluable. It's absolutely fantastic stuff. The adhesion qualities of it are excellent, so for sticking down battery packs or anything like that, it's absolutely brilliant. Also, I will mention that once I'd soldered or cut the bits out to accept the battery pack, I just trimmed them with a Stanley knife, so just to make them nice and neat. Okay, well, it's all back together. It's quite a neat job, if I do say so myself. Everything went together fairly straightforwardly, and it didn't take much time at all, really. It's a very easy and quick mod. It should hopefully give it a bit more runtime. Well, I'm sure it will do, and hopefully it will give it a bit more performance as well, because these 18650 batteries are roughly equivalent to a 2S, and so they're about 7.4 volts or something, as opposed to the 6 volt standard battery that comes with the truck. So it should go a bit better. So without further ado, I think we should take it outside and try it. Okay, that was short and sweet. I was just about to go and grab the camera to do some filming and extol the virtues of fitting 18650 batteries, because of the performance difference was absolutely incredible. It was like chalk and cheese. The truck had so much more power than it did before, even more so than the gas 66 that I did, even the little WPL. I even set up a board against the garage wall. I was going to do some climb tests, because even with the stock tyres, it seemed to absolutely fly up the board, even at some pretty extreme angles. I must admit, far of an improvement over the stock. But unfortunately, on one of the climbs, a drive shaft popped out, and the truck stopped dead, and I lost all forward and reverse momentum. Would still turn on, would still had steering, but wouldn't go forward and backwards. Now, I've got a sneaky suspicion that all this extra power was a little bit too much for the control circuit board, and I think it's fried it. So I think using a 2S or 2S equivalent, 18650 2S equivalent, I think is a little bit much for the stock control board, and I think it's fried it. Like I say, the performance difference was chalk and cheese. It was going like a bat out of hell. It really was. So I think I'm going to have to get some upgraded electronics for this thing, and possibly do the job properly. Although it did go very well for a short period of time. So it's a bittersweet video, this one. Like I say, it was nice and easy to install the batteries. They seem to work so much better than the stock ones. But if you're going to do it, upgrade the electronics at the same time, because I don't think the standard electronics can handle the extra power. As ever, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're feeling if you're feeling that way inclined, don't forget to click the subscribe button at the bottom. Thanks for watching, guys.